Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. So what I have today is I did another cake delivery out of town, and then I stopped by Pho or Fa, one of those. Anyways, it's one of my favorite dishes. It's actually the Hunan chicken. It's got the red peppers, as in the red peppers. These, these are hot as. And then, of course, there's chicken, broccoli, carrots, and I believe they put cabbage. The steamed rice, and then lau mein. Their lau mein is really, really good. So I actually put it on my side because some of y'all think that I can't eat with chopsticks, or it's just me who's thinking that this fool doesn't know how to eat with chopsticks. Anyways, provecho. Here's your first bite. Sorry. Ooh, child. So, I was watching the Cowboy. I was watching Urban Cowboy the other night. Ever since it came back on Netflix, I've been watching and watching and watching. And I remember as a kid, I used to watch it over and over and over again, my sister and I. Well, when you get older, a lot of things make more sense now about their relationship as far as Bud and Sissy. But I'm a huge Madonna fan. With that being said, there were some things in this movie that I noticed. If any of you have seen Madonna's Drowned World Tour, I believe it's Madonna's Drowned World Tour. Is it? Yeah, it has to be. Anyway, she has this thing where she's basically on a mechanical bull. And she's doing a very seductive dance on it and whatnot. Her appearance, her clothing, her, everything was like nice. Well, as I'm watching Urban Cowboy, I realize either Madonna or Madonna's team took some of those ideas from this film and actually put it to use. Sissy, when they break up, if you haven't seen the movie, you need to watch the movie. It's old. It's 1971 or 9, one of those. Bud and Sissy end up having a fight. So, things happen. They go through. He finds himself a real nice lady, and then she's like, "Well, I found myself a real cowboy." So, anyways, there's a scene where she's actually getting on the mechanical bull because he didn't want her to ride it because it's only for men who can ride it and whatnot. Anyways, she ends up doing it. She does it in a seductive way, and she's with this prisoner, a guy who comes out of prison, a former inmate. But she does an amazing. the chili. Oh my god, she does an amazing job. She does an amazing job that I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. Come to find out, it's actually Madonna who did it too. Also, the whole thing with what's it called? What's it called? The whole thing with. Sorry guys, I just got off of work. Not even. I got off of work and then I had to go do a cake delivery and I was doing something else and then. Anyways, where was I going with this? The design, the clothing, the cowboy hat. Sissy has a cowboy hat and it has like jewels on top of the cowboy hat, and Madonna did the same thing, but she went overboard. Not overboard. She just accentuated it more. I'll show you. Anyways, it's a pretty good film. It's about love. Person was looking for love in all the wrong places. Well, that's me. Excuse me. Yeah. Like, it always takes me back. Every time I watch it, I think to myself, wow. I started going out to the clubs as soon as I turned 18. Lies. I was 18, I had a car, then I started going out. I bought the car myself, $1,000, 1984, Toyota Corolla. Somebody wanted some. Anyways, some of my friends, I remember one friend. One friend would call my car tuna can. A lot of memories went down in that car. Partied in Mexico, Matamoros, when it was kind of safe. Maybe it wasn't safe. I didn't even know. When you're young, you just don't care. You don't. Now I can see why some of these young people actually go out and party and still gather during the quarantine, or when it was. They're not social distancing. I was fearless back then. If any of you heard of Mark Kilroy, he was a spring breaker who was kidnapped in Matamoros by a cult, decapitated. God knows what else happened. But I remember watching as a kid, I was like, oh my God. And then when I went to go party, that was not even in my mind. Oh my God, my mom's probably watching this. You went to Mexico? Yep. Sorry, Mom. But I guess we all have to go through the phase of going out clubbing. I did it for a whole, was it a year and a half? Every Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. Back then it was 10th Avenue. That was the place to be. I had a lot of firsts there. My first boyfriend. If you've heard the Madonna song titled Crazy, the lyrics almost represent my encounter with my first boyfriend. I think it lasted a month, but everything was new. The kiss, you remember your first kiss. Literally, you know how they say that you saw fireworks or you whatever? Literally, I did. Why am I talking about this? It just goes into different memories. See what happens when you start eating? Anyways. And so when I see these young teenagers going to clubs, I think to myself, would I do this all over again? And would I change it? I have a best friend who says he wouldn't change anything because you wouldn't be where you are right now. And that makes a lot of sense. However, what happens if you were to change it? Things would be very different, just like, just kind of like what he said. But I don't know. I think I'm meant to be where I am right now. This stuff is so good. Anyways, so when I watch Urban Cowboy, I think I was there. I've been there. But they just met and then they ended up getting married. They were only married a week and then stuff started happening. The jealousy started coming up. I don't even know if it was their first relationship. But it's so good. Deborah Winger is such an amazing actress. Terms of Endearment. She came out in Terms of Endearment, another favorite movie of mine. Excuse me. And also, An Officer and a Gentleman with Richard Gere. She also came out on that one as well. Those are the ones that stick out. I'm not sure if she came out on Rachel, where Anne Hathaway won the Academy Award. Was it something Rachel or Rachel? I don't know. I think she came out on that one too. Like, yeah. Mm. How was everyone's day today? Mine was pretty amazing after work. Mm. Mm. This place is the bomb. I don't know. So if you get a chance, watch Urban Cowboy. It's on Netflix right now. I don't know why liquid cocaine is coming into my head. At 10th Avenue, there was a drink. I'd always get it. Once I was of age, Mom, 21. But I was partying at 18. I wonder if my nieces and nephews are going to do that. Probably. But liquid cocaine was a drink. It was amazing. I don't even know what it was in it. Some of the drag queens were back then have moved on to like Upper Texas, and some of them stayed. Some of them are here. They're legends. I think they're legends. I consider them legends. The House of York, legendary. Oh, Misty Duvall. Misty Duvall was an amazing person, amazing performer. I'd really like to see her perform again. Y'all are thinking like, who's she? I wonder if I have photos. Oh my god, I do. Anyways, um, several of my cousins would go there too. Then I was introduced to Valentino's, which was way across the metropolitan area. That was completely different. 10th Avenue had more of a variety of music. Um, some of the classics like The Cure, Internacional music. But when you went to Valentino's, it was more reggaeton, more international. It was more Mexicano, more Latino. They both had their pros and their cons. I think the con would be for 10th Avenue that there was some transactional work going on outside. You get my drift? Um, Valentino's, it was a two-story. They were both two stories, but Valentino's was actually what was the downside to it? I don't even think there was a downside to it. They had a patio. They had two floors. The show was amazing. Oh, the dance floor was the downside. It was too small. 10th Avenue was actually pretty good, decent size. Yeah, I think I met a lot of people back then. It was good. Would I redo the club scene? I don't know. So it's very rare that I go out. Only for special occasions, friends' birthdays or whatever, holiday parties. Now, this is gonna freak my mom out. I did go to Reynosa, Mexico, mother. That I don't know why I think Reynosa's worse than Matamoros, but I believe there was a club called named Oceans. Two-story, really really nice. Only went one time. It was pretty fun, but never again. Uh, dude, this stuff is so good. Fast forward to two serious relationships, breakups. After the first breakup, I partied just about the same as I did before when I was first came out. That place, excuse me, the club that I went to would go to was Escape. Escape. Escape was a club. It was basically down the street where I live, I guess. But before Escape, it was called Colors, and that's when one of my uncles took me. So green, so naive. I didn't know what the heck was going on, but I appreciated that he took the time out to take me, to introduce me. Like, this is your community now. And it was pretty intimidating. But how things have changed since then, all the way to now. But going back to after my first breakup, I would go there all the time. Go there with another cousin of mine and another friend, Jerry. We had some good times, really good times. I guess it was my coping mechanism from my previous relationship. But I learned a lot. After the first breakup, I learned a lot. Learned a lot. What not to do, what to do. And then when the second relationship came in on board, it's like the second relationship wanted me to be the way that I was at the beginning of the first relationship. I'm like, no, I am not going to be like that. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's the chili. I wasn't going to be like that. You know, jealousy does come into play. Urban Cowboy came into play. Your jealousy was so raw that it can ruin a relationship. Same thing for me. I vowed to myself never to be like that ever again, and I haven't. And I always say this, and I say this to colleagues too. Jealousy is a disease. It is. I think it is. Like, why are you gonna hold on to something? Now I realize, why are you gonna hold on to something if they don't want to be held on to? just leave. If it's not working out, leave. If they're jealous, please leave, because jealousy could lead to other things, can lead to physical violence, can lead to God knows what. I mean, if you want the drama, if you want to live your life like a country song, just like they say in the movie Enough, please go for it. But I'm telling you now, jealousy is not a good thing. Trust me, I had like this outer body experience one day, and I was just like, what am I doing? This is not me. This is not who I am. This is not who I was. So completely stopped. And then I get dinged on it, like, you're not even jealous. I can be jealous to a certain point. From a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, like jealousy is like overflowing. I think probably at a 4. Yeah. In my second relationship, I was a 4. Because if it goes to freaking 8, 9, 10, that's bad. And I am a product of living in a household where, my stepdad was a jealous person. I think I know now he was a jealous person. I mean, why else would he mistreat me? I don't know. I think it has something to do with my mom and my dad, my biological dad. I don't know where he is. Oh, I do know where he is. Sorry. At 9 years old, he passed away. I had no contact. The only time I got to see him was when I was 2 weeks old. Long story. My life puzzle will be revealed in pieces. I'm not about to just throw bombs at you like boom, 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 boom. No. So, yeah, is at 2 weeks, my mom introduced me to him, and that was it. We came back down. He was in Fort Worth area. So, yeah, he was in Fort Worth, Dallas area. So everything that I'm saying now is what I've been told, is what I've been learning in this past years, trying to complete my life puzzle. So it's a lot of information that I have to like take out of my brain to actually say. And yeah, I don't even know if my family's gonna watch this. My dad's side of the family, huge, by the way. My mom's side of the family, huge, by the way. But yeah. Come to find out, my dad was more, and I quote from one of his sisters, was basically a puto. Now, for you non-Spanish speaking people, what a puto is basically a person who likes to have sexual encounters with multiple people. I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible because my niece is watching. Hey. But yeah. It's weird. But going back to my stepdad, I think he was jealous because I look like my dad. Everyone says I look like my mom. Yeah, I think I might have like some features, but I do look like my dad. I remember someone telling me, why do you call him dad if you don't even know him? Well, he is my dad. He's my biological dad. Like, what am I supposed to do? My stepdad wasn't even a father figure at all. The only thing that he taught me was how not to be, how not to treat people. And I really, quite frankly, don't care if some of his family members, his sisters, are watching, because this is my channel, and I'm going to say what I need to say. Or, if my step-siblings are watching, I really don't give a crap. After my grandma passed away, I told myself, I am not going to live in negativity, my life in negativity. I don't want to have people surrounding me with negativity, judgmental, none of that crap. So I think I just strayed away. I pushed myself away. Call me a jerk. I don't care at this point, because when it comes to this topic, there's no budging. I will not. Yeah. But jealousy is a disease. Watch me get more thumbs down for this because I'm saying this. Oh wow. But oh my god, I ate all the lamai. I remember the day my stepdad told me, "You're not my kid." Mind you, I was introduced to him when I was 2 years old. Mom ended up meeting him, dating, married. At the age of 2, that's when I was introduced to him. But so all this time, I thought that this dude was my dad until he told me that day. I think I was probably 8 or 7. "You're not my kid." I'm like, "What?" I was so confused. The way he said it so angrily, like so in a abrasive tone, like with disgust. If you've ever seen Ever After with Drew Barrymore, the way the stepmother says, "How can one love a pebble in their shoe?" The way she just said that and her look, it's exactly the way he kind of said it. So, oh well. And his mother, my other grandmother, is so sweet. I don't know how he came out to be such a jerk. I mean, my sisters know what I've gone through, and I've always wanted to ask them, it's like, how do you feel that I'm talking about him like this? This is from my point of view. They had it different. Just like growing up in a big family, every kid had it different. It's always the first kid who actually has the worst of everything. The parents are more strict. When it goes down to the kid, the baby of the family, they have more leniency. They get away with more stuff. Well, I always got the short end of the stick. But so what's the point of this story? Jealousy is a disease. Let's say it together. Jealousy is a disease. It's a disease. If you're a jealous person, just please take a step back. Realize what you're doing. Realize who you're hurting. Realize that your actions have consequences. Realize that your loved one is actually gonna not love you anymore. Is gonna resent you. And I speak from experience. On both ends, both sides. Jealousy, not jealousy. Anyways, so going back to Urban Cowboy, that's what I noticed as far as their love for each other, and they had that jealousy going on. But at the very end, they got back together. They knew that they loved each other more than anything, and everything was great for them. Great. That's great. If you can work it out, great. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to I'm nobody to be telling this. I'm just voicing this out. That's it. But when it comes to domestic violence and abuse, that is completely different topic. I'll just say this. If you know someone who is going through that, just be there for them. Be there for them, no matter what. It's going to be up to them to decide, you know what, it's time for me to leave. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Make sense? I remember I had a really good friend in high school. She was a really good friend, and after high school, what ended up happening is, I don't know, I guess she got married, whatnot, and she had a second marriage, and the second marriage is really weird. you can tell that she was being controlled, so to speak, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't her, but she didn't want to help herself, so all I could do was just be there for her, and that's it. I couldn't do anything. Like, yeah, I gave her the resources, like who to call, whatnot. By the way, there are resources if you know someone who's going through something and then they need to leave. Maybe I should put it down here. I probably will. But yeah, it's just insane. I mean, it's really complicated. By the way, really complicated. I know it's complicated. It's not easy. It's not. It's easily said than done. It's hard to leave someone. But once you muster up the courage and you realize, you know what? I have to leave. I have to get out. My thought process is so weird. It freaks me out. Like, I can think of something and it'll trigger to something else and then trigger to something else and then go deeper and deeper and deeper. like right now. I didn't know I was going to talk about domestic violence. I didn't know I was going to talk about, like, my dad being a puto. Do I have a right to say that? I think I do. Because to tell you the truth, after that specific aunt who said, oh, sí, tu papá era un puto. The way she said it, I was just like, whoa. Okay. Made me feel like I was a product of two dogs breeding and then the dad just leaving. And the mom taking care of me. I haven't told this to my mom, but Mom, that's the way I felt. A lot of stuff is coming out with these videos and I don't know why. But yeah. A lot of stuff is coming out through these videos and it's insane. It's insane, just like the church's chicken one. That was beyond. I'm happy that that video was lost. Because I was transitioning, deleting photos and going to Google Photos. I thought I had uploaded it. I didn't. It's gone. Thank you, Jesus. It's gone. But anyways, guys, I hope you subscribed and like. I think I just ate a chili and now it's like burning my throat because I swallowed it. Subscribe and like. Tell me what you want me to talk about. It can be a movie, whatever. I don't care. Just tell me something. Will someone tell a joke? Anyways, that's from oh my god, where's it from? Share. Excuse me. Moonstruck. Oh, I love Moonstruck. Ooh, that's a different topic. Cher. Maybe we'll talk about Cher next time. Went to go see her with my sister and my mother. One of my sisters or mothers. Anyways, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe right there. Subscribe and like, please. Or is it right here? One of those. Down there. Just subscribe and like. Yeah. Have a nice evening. Hope to see you again. Au revoir.